Welcome back to another episode of the Dotline Podcast. And today we are going to break down the Lakers' schedule for the 2024-2025 season. The NBA release schedule. But it's that the 15th of August, they have released the schedules out for all 30 teams. And, on this channel, we only rep the purple and gold. I'm from Chicago, but I bleed purple and gold. The Bulls are a default team, but um, yeah, we bleed purple and gold over here. So um, before I get into it, as always, like, share, subscribe, tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell whoever about the podcast, so the podcast can grow, so we can get more more um more things to facilitate the podcast to make it more marketable, to make it more appealing and attractive. But until the end, we're gonna dive right into today's topic. We're gonna do something special. I'm gonna share my screen today. It's not just gonna be me stuttering all episode. You're gonna have something to look at outside of me stuttering, but not for real though. Let's get right into it. Let me share my screen. Your screen include notification be recorded. Yeah, okay. Screen record. All right. You are sharing screen. Okay. All right. So hopefully this is sharing what I'm seeing. So let's get right to it. So we kick it off. First and foremost, the real season. I'm not going to go over the preseason. It kind of makes no sense. Those games don't count. So we kick it off first and foremost with T Wolves. And also in this episode, we're gonna dive deep into each of the 29 other teams' rosters. So looking at the T Wolves roster, we got Alexander Walker, Jalen Clark, Mike Conley, Robert Dillingham, Ant-Man, which is my favorite player, which is crazy. I have a non-Laker favorite player, but there's the world that we live in. Luke Gaza, Rudy Gobert, Mr. Ingles, Justin Jackson, Jaden McDaniels, Leonard Miller, Josh Norton, the Deshaun Nix, Nas Reed, Terrence Shannon Jr., Cat, and TJ Warren. Very, very good squad. This team went to the Western Conference Finals last season. And I look for them to probably, if not be back, probably go to the finals. Very young, hungry, put together team. They have chemistry. They have depth. Nas Reed is a Laker killer. He's lethal against the Lakers. But we're gonna see what happens. We are starting our first three games at the crib, and that's unheard of. We always, I think, for the past few seasons, man, it's been a minute. It's been a good minute since we started on the at home. We always started on like the road. These past maybe about 6-7 seasons, damn near since Brian been there, because I know his first season there, we started in Portland. So yeah. I got this as a dub. I got this as a dub. So primetime game opening opening on you know opening night. I got this as a dub. So that's one dub in the win column to start off the season. Now moving forward to our Friday night matchup against the Phoenix Suns. Let me pull up their roster real quick. Um, we kind of know the three-headed monster though in Phoenix that they got, but let's look at the pieces around Bill, Book, and Durant. So they got Grayson Allen, Um, Udoka, cannot say his last name. That he got a motherland as his name. Yeah, I think his name Udoka Azubuka. Yeah, that's a motherland as his name. Um, Bradley Beal, of course. Bobo is still on there. I thought he was like a free agent, but he's still there. Um, D Book, Jalen Bridges, Ryan Dunn, KD, um, Colin Gypsy, Osa, uh, Dago. Yeah, he got a motherland as his name too. Tyrus Jones, I forgot he signed there. That's a nice ass pickup. Damian Lee, um, Sabrine Lee, EJ Liddell, Nazir, Nazari Little, Monte Morris, Yusuf Nurk, yeah, Nurkic is there still. Royce O'Neal, Josh Okogie, Mason Plumlee, IT still there. Thaddeus Young. Yeah, yeah. Suns got got some got some players. I did not know IT was still there. I don't know how accurate this roster is according to ESPN because I thought he was just the sign for like the remainder of like the season type shit. But okay, going off of this roster, they don't really have size to match up with um AD. They don't have skill to match up with AD, and they still have not really fixed their rim protection issue or their perimeter defense. They lost Eric Gordon, so a bigger role is going to be placed upon Grayson Allen to be that scorer off the bench because Tyrus Jones should be their starting point. I don't know why he shouldn't. So he should be their starting point guard. So it should be Tyrus Jones, D Book, um, Bradley Beal, KD, and Nurkic, um, which is a pretty solid ass five. Um, the prediction for this game, it's a home game. It's gonna be a real close game. It's gonna be a real close game. Um, I got the Lakers taking this one too. It's gonna be a real close game, but yeah, I think we match up pretty well. And before I continue, let me for those who don't know, I should have did this at the beginning of the video, but for those who don't know, let's run down the Lakers roster for those who've been under rock or not too privily. So starting off at the top, we got Mr. Colin Castle, Max Christie, AD. I don't think Harry Giles is on the roster. See, yeah, I might I may have to go to a different site because ESPN capping low key because Harry Giles is definitely not on the roster no more. Rui, Jackson Hayes, Blake Henson, two-way, I believe, Jalen Hood, Mr. LeBron James Jr., and then LeBron James Sr., DK, Dalton Connect Four, Maxwell Lewis. I wish we still had Skylar Mays. He's not on the roster. I guarantee you he's not on the roster. A.R. 15, Cam Reddish, that nigga D-Lo. Um, Mil to Rona, two-way. Vando, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and C. Wood, Christian Wood. Um, yeah, so um, just so you guys know, just so you guys are aware of how we rocking and rolling in that purple and gold. So let's go to the next game, which is against Kings. Hopefully, you guys can see the schedule. But if you guys can't see my screen, just listen to what I'm saying. It's accurate. Trust me. I'm not Jenny flicking in bullshit in the day. Okay, our next game, third game, would be against the Sacramento Kings, aka the Queens. Um, Starting off at the top, we got Devin Carter, Isaiah Crawford, Debo, the DeMar DeRozan, um, Keon Ellis, De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Hunter, Kobe Jones, Isaac Jones, Mason Jones, a lot of Joneses, Alex Lynn, um, Trey Lyles, Jaden McDaniels, JaVale McGee, Jordan McLangland, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, Orlando Robinson. Is That's like a OG name. Orlando Robinson, Sabonis, and Jalen Swanson. He's from Rhode Island. Joe Swanson. Yeah. No, but this is a formidable team. Of course, adding DeMar DeRozan, that was between D Fox, DeMar DeRozan, and Malik Monk. Very, very good guard play. And then you had two of the best fourth quarter players on the same team, and Debo and Fox. So that would be trouble for any team if they're healthy and they're in sync. And then you got Ellis, who's a very great he's a button star. And then you got Sabonis, and I'm not a huge fan of him. Um, because I mean, yeah, he can get you double doubles, but that's about it. He can't really guard nobody. He can't protect the rim. He can definitely rebound his ass off, but when they faced the Warriors two seasons ago in that game 7, he let Kevon Looney just play like no, not Wilt, but Bill Russell on the board. So um his playoff performance is definitely in question, but Kings didn't make the playoffs last season. But um, this would be a very tough game as well. Our first about four or five games are pretty tough out the gate. I can see them dropping this game because it just off of them probably not finishing the game. The Lakers have a tendency of not finishing games these past few seasons. So I can knock this as a L because if this is definitely going to be a close game, but like I said, De'Aaron Fox and Debo, um, if it's a close game, those two one of the best to have in the league when it's a close game. So I do think the Kings gonna come to the crypto and um in a close victory, probably win about like 5 or 6. So that's 2-1 if my math serves me right. So going on the road for the first time of the season, October 28th, we got a Monday night matchup with the Suns again. I think we shall get that dub. Um, because we gonna be pissed off that we lost to the Kings for what the think that'd probably be AD like 14th time losing to motherfucking Sabonis. So he may come out engaged and ready to play. So against the Suns. So um we are 3-1 currently now. And then we got a Wednesday night matchup with the Cavaliers in Cleveland, our second game on the road. Let me pull up the motherfucking Cavs roster. I'm like, what team are we on? Looking at is now pull up the Cavs roster real quick. Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a very good season last season. Even though they lost in the first round, well no, second round. To Boston. Um, they got Jared Allen, Imani Bates, Garland, that nigga named Ty Jerome, Damian Jones, Karis LeVert, Sam Morrell, Demit Spider, um, Evan Mobley, Isaac Mobley. I think that's his brother. Wow, he's I think playing alongside his brother. That's dope. Marcus Morris Sr. Pete Nance, Larry Larry Nance Jr. Playing alongside his brother. I think too. Nah, he's not on the Cavs no more. Pete Nance. I think that may be Larry Nance Sr.'s son. Um, George's Niang, Isaac Coro, Craig Porter, Max Struess. I don't think Tristan Thompson's there still. Um, Jalen Tyson and Dean Wade. Um, hmm. You got very good guard play. But they're a small team. I think we should win this game. I think Brian are gonna have a great game. And yeah, another thing I like to mention, this is all these wins, losses are primarily contingency on if we're full healthy. So of course during the season, nobody 1,000% accurate for these selections. I don't care what ESPN analyst, what 30-year vet, anything can happen. Injuries throughout the game, throughout the season. So I'm matching up roster by roster if everybody's healthy. So in a perfect world, this is what I envision taking place. So take these wins, losses with a grain of salt. So don't be like, oh, hey, you said that they was gonna be what's his name? Nah, hey, motherfuckers hurt, or motherfuckers sat out, or somebody got traded. You never know. So this is just August 16th predictions for games that have yet to be had. Why I don't know why I just did that, but all right. So I definitely feel like Lakers are gonna get the dub um with this game. Um Definitely do. Cavs don't have size. They just got Mobley pretty much down there by itself. Even though they got Jared Allen, um, he's definitely a good rim threat, but his post defense is not um gonna be able to hold Anthony Davis, and nobody's checking Brian on this roster at all. There is not a soul on this roster that can match up with Brian. Um, Really, nobody that can guard D'Lo if he bring like his game. Same thing with Reeves. Yeah, I think we get this dub as well against the Cavs. Moving on to Toronto, off of just not even looking at their roster. Unless somebody's hurt, like we got a lot of people out. This should be a dub, but of course I'm gonna pull up their roster if I can find a team. Okay. Yeah, they don't really have nobody. But for shits and giggles, let's just really look at their roster. Um, Oche Abagia, motherland name. Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett, Jameson Battle, Chris Brochure, um, Bruce Brown, Braden Clark, yeah, Carlson, DJ Carlton, yeah, got another a motherland name. He's a lot of foreign ass players in the league, bro. They got some back of the dictionary ass names for real. His name is Urich Kamuchi. And then, of course, his name is I think is Kamuchi. And yeah, after that is Grady Dick. You got a Kamuchi and a Dick on the same team. That's perfect chemistry. Hell no, they wild for that. And then another guy Lee, another motherland name. Bro name is bro what? Mu Muha Dua Like, yeah, yeah, a motherland ass name, and then Kristen, um, Cola, Colico. Hey, I'll butcher these motherfuckers' names, bro. Devin Mitchell, Davion Mitchell, my bad. Jonathan Mogbo, Jordan, bro. These names are crazy, bro. Jordan Roa, Kelly Olynyk, Yoko Poro, Emmanuel Quickly, Jamal Shade, Shed, Kobe Simmons, Jared Temple, Jacoby Walker, and Malik Williams. Yeah, these are motherfucking. A lot of these players are my players for real, for real. Like I don't even know half of these motherfuckers. So yeah, dub. Unless something crazy happens, like we like severely hurt, or motherfuckers mailing in this game, that should be a blowout victory in Toronto because they got a bunch of who's like who what you said like I could barely pronounce these motherfuckers names. So kudos to the Raptors announcers this season, man, because yeah, y'all man, fuck that. Okay. Moving along to the Detroit Pistons, another away game, Monday night matchup against the Pistons. Okay. Got and just a little sidebar for those who've been on the rock by far the worst team in the league. I think they lost down there 30 30 straight games last season. So yeah, Malik Beasley, man, Buddy Boham, Troy Brown Jr., Kay Cunningham, Jaden Duran, another motherland name. Tosin Ubiwami, um, Simone Flood Chuko, Evan Fournier, Tim Hardaway, Tobias Harris, Ron Holland the second, Jaden Ivey, Dayskin Jenkins, Bobby Kentman, um, Cheeseman Matua, Wendell Moore Jr., Jalen Noel, Paul Reed, Jared Roden, Marcus Sazer, Isaiah Stewart, Ashur Thomas, Stanley Udmud. Um, yeah, dub. Like for real, dub. It's a lot of young players. A lot of young players on this team. Um, you got Tim Hardaway, Shakir in the bag, Tobias Harris, Shakir in the bag, Malik Beasley, Shakir in the bag. Because yeah, Tobias Harris is the highest paid player on the Pistons. He making 25 big ones. Yep. So that's crazy. I wouldn't be pocket watching, but I know Cade feel probably a certain way, but he kind of shouldn't because he got our ass. But you let a free agent just come and just start making more pay. But definitely, I don't condone pocket watching. I just find that very intriguing how like motherfuckers do business. But that's neither here nor there. Going on to a Wednesday night matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies. Um, Again, another team that on like the surface should be a W, barring something spectacular taking place, somebody being hurt, somebody is really shitting the bed. This should be another one of the ones in the win column. So let's go over their roster. Man, it's a shit ton of foreign players in the league. Santian Mita, Desmond Baines, Brandon Clark. Yo, bruh, I need a Google translator for this motherfucking video, bruh. Ma D Kenta, Zach Edey, Jordan Goodwin, Jay Huff. Shout out Jay Huff. Um, Played on the South Bay Lakers. Gigi, Gigi Jackson, Jared Jackson Jr., Luke Kennard, Laker killer, John Kwocha, Jake La Vera, John Morant, Jay Wick, D Rose, Marcus Smart, Cam Spencer, Lamar Stevens, Utah Wananube, Jalen Wells, Vince Williams Jr. Yeah, dub. Yeah, dub. Barring something crazy taking place as far as injuries or somebody underperforming, this should be definitely another W. A lot of young players, a lot of players who um yeah, who just came in the league or some veterans. But I'm pretty sure Ja gonna have a great game. He gonna do all that he can. And typically when you see, and we seen it with the Olympics, when your best player is playing good, the whole team play good. But definitely we'll chalk this up as a W for the Lakers. So Lakers got a pretty favorable spot of their schedule that I feel like they should definitely take advantage of. Now, moving on to a tougher matchup, definitely the 76ers with a new addition of PG, Mr. Paul George, Mr. Two First Names. Let me find where are they located? Right here. They're located in the Atlantic Division. All right, let's look at their roster. And we know they got Joel, PG. They still got Rocco, Adeem, Bona, Rick Council. That man, his name is Council. That's crazy. Ricky Council the fourth. He's the fourth of the Ricky Councils. Crazy work. Um, Rocco from Pablo West High School. Rocco. Um, Jeff Dalton Jr., Drummond, Joel Embiid, PG, Eric Gordon, Reggie Jackson, Dave Jones, Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin, KJ Martin, Mr. Maxey, Jaden McCrane, um, Kelly Orubik Jr., um, Trayvon Smith, TJ Wilson. Um, we at the crib with this. Yeah, we gonna probably drop this one. I mean, we didn't won technically about three, yeah, about three, maybe even four straight. Yeah, we gonna drop this one. Lakers kind of have a tendency of shitting like the bed when they're on a pretty on like a heater. One thing I would like for that to end when Lakers get more momentum, a big lead. Hopefully, Mr. JJ Redick can bring a closer mindset and put a emphasis on when we're up big, do not take your foot off the gas pedal. When we're up big, turn the lights out and keep them off against any team. I don't care who we playing against, the Nuggets, Philly, um, bitch ass Boston Celtics, whoever. I don't care we playing the Pistons, whoever. Keep your foot on the gas if you're up big. Do the same thing that got you up to sustain it for the whole 48. But we shall see what will take place. But I definitely will knock this as a L because I feel like probably not going to be able to that Drummond it Embiid front court is crazy. That's crazy work. Even though that they played together before in this and third, and they really didn't do not shit, but they didn't have Paul George, they didn't have Maxey playing like how he's playing now. They didn't have Eric Gordon and Reggie Jackson. They got a very formidable team to compete out east. So I definitely chalk this up as a L. Now moving along to the Raptors game. We went over their roster. That's another W. We went over the Memphis roster. That should be another W. So Lakers got a pretty decent record so far. But now moving on into the second annual NBA Cup play. And we all know, if unless you've been under a rock, Lakers won the inaugural NBA Cup, and we love that for us. We definitely do. So we will look to defend the crown. Um, pre my early predictions of that. Hello,
You recording your podcast.
I am.
Hello, podcast world.
That is my wife, Shan Hay, and my a lovely son. My beautiful support system.
Come on, Daddy. Come on, Papa.
um, yeah, back to the NBA Cup. So we kicked that off November 15th. My um personal opinion, I like it as far as what they're doing. At first, when this first started, I kind of was like, I was hesitant about it, but now like I kind of get why they're doing it, to kind of keep it more engaging, to keep it more this that, and the third. But I definitely do feel like they should move it into at least after, like, probably start the NBA Cup right after the All-Star break. That would be dope. That would be dope to like have all of those games as be right after or even before All-Star break. That kind of gives somebody to kind of run towards the All-Star break, or after the All-Star break kind of run towards the playoffs. So I feel like they shouldn't start it so soon in the season, but I get it, to kind of give somebody to play, something to play for at the beginning of the season. But just that's kind of like, I feel like they should like tweak that a little bit, just kind of move it right before All-Star break or right after like the All-Star break. But that's neither here nor there. But we kick off the title, the not title, the cup defense against the San Antonio Spurs. They something else I'm noticing, they mix up the group play too. So we got the Spurs in our group play. So we got a back to back. We got the Spurs. Let me pull up their roster. Um, One of my favorite young players in Wemby. He's, man, sky's the fucking limit, bro. Like, barring injuries, go literally. If he can stay healthy for, let's just say, his first 10 seasons, bro. Like, I'm talking about missing less than, let's just say, 50 games over his first ten years. Yeah, oh yeah. He has might not catch the scoring record type type shit. I don't think nobody's playing 22 to 23 seasons. That's like Brian, probably like the last of the Mohicans for like that one. But as far as his talent wise, man, Wemby got everything you would want out of a player. But let's move on to the Spurs roster. So they picked up Harrison Barnes, Charles Baisley, yeah, Brandon Boston Jr., um, Jamari Boye, Malik Bram, Stephen Castle out of UConn, um, Julian Champagne, Sid Sa Sauko, Zach Collins, Dave Duke Jr., um, Michael Finn, Harrison Ingram, Kendall Johnson, Trey Jones, Sandro. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce dude last name, Mr. Sandro. Juan Nunez, Seti Osman, CP3, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, Renbenyama, and Blake Wesley. Dub, dub, yeah, dub. Definitely a dub. Wemby's gonna be playing his ass off. I'm sure that Chris Paul Wemby duo is gonna be filthy. CP is definitely gonna get Castle and all pretty much every guard. I feel like is gonna take listen to what CP3 has to say. I feel like this is probably his last season. It should be his last season in the league, and in my personal opinion, he should probably look at coaching, or probably playing in like the big three. But regardless if he retires or continue to play Hall of Famer, one of the best PGs, and I'm happy for Wemby to finally have a PG. CP at the tail end of his career, he should still be effective enough to kind of teach Wemby the ropes of the how to play with a true PG. So, but with all that being said, W for the Lakers. Should be a close, like a semi-close game, but we should pull away in the third quarter, beginning of the fourth type shit. And then we move on to the Pelicans. I believe this is still group play for the Cup. Move on to the Pelicans. Let me pull up their roster. I know they added Murray. Okay, starting off top, Jose Alvarado, Isaac, yeah, Isaac Brock Brockton, yeah, Brockton, Isaac Brockton, Jamal Kane, um, Zlane Chetman, Jalen Culture, Jordan Hawkins, Michael Hill, Bi, Trey Jimson, Herbert Jones, CJ. Bro, these motherland ass names, folks' names is like UV's Missy, Trey Murphy Jr., Tajay Burry, Antonio Reeves, um, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Matt Ryan, Daniel Tice, and Zion. Dub, yeah, they don't match up well. They don't match up well at all, bro. Yeah, this is low key a sad ass team. Like they, of course, they got Bi, CJ, and Zion, but and yeah, like they got a I 4, like they starting five gonna have to play a lot of minutes because that bench is atrocious, bro. They don't have, unless Jordan Hawkins, but I mean he can only do so much. He can't play 1 through 5 off the bench and still score, and still defend the best, defend DK, defend Jerry, not a yeah, Vando, defend Rui Hachimura. So that should be um a pretty seamless W, unless we're hurt, or unless somebody become a Lakers killer with, like, they're shooting a skin off the ball type shit. But on paper, off of, again, August 16th predictions, W. Um, Moving on to more group play. We go against the Utah Jazz at the crib, a home game, a Tuesday night matchup against the Utah Jazz. Pulling up their roster 1 second. I know y'all are rolling at how I'm pronouncing these motherfuckers' names. They have the most crazy ass names though, bro. Like they got some foreign motherland, um, Scandinavia ass Viking ass names, bro. Like I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This shit crazy. All right. So Utah Jazz roster, we got Jordan Clarkson, Isaiah Kohler, John Collins, Drew Eubanks, Cal Filipowski, Keontae George, Taylor Hendricks, THT, Johnny Zhang. Folks' name is Zhang. Hell no. Walker Kessler, um, Kyrie Lewis Jr., Laurie Marketing, Swede McCulloch, former Laker, um, Micah Micah Potter, Jason Preston, Luca Ceramic, Ceramic Pottery, Bruce Bag. I am butchering these motherfuckers' names, bro. What ad is that, bro? Colin Sexton, Oscar to Subi, and Cody Williams. Um, with all that being said, W, another W. Lakers got a very good record so far. Now we move on to the Orlando Magic. Very good young team. They added Mr. Octavius Caldwell Pope. This should be a good matchup. Let me dive deep into like their roster though, real quick. But this should definitely be a good matchup. With Pablo, Fultz. Actually, I think Fultz is a free agent, but I'm finna check their roster right now. Hold on. All right. So they got Cole, Anthony, Pablo, Goga, Bena. Man, this is tough. This is tough. I'm gonna just say Goga, Anthony Black, KCP, Wendell Carter Jr., Tristan Da Silva. Yeah, folks is on there still. Gary Harris, Kevon Harris, Caleb Austin, Jet Howard, Jonathan Isaac, Corey Joseph, um, Chuman O Piggy, um, Trevin, yeah, Trevin Queen, Admiral Schofield. Folks' name is Admiral. That's crazy. Jalen Suggs, um, France Wagner, and Moses Wagner. Very balanced young team. One of they're a team that really just needs to develop. They're probably literally like a big man away and another scoring option away from competing like heavy with like Philly, the Knicks, in Boston. Um, they just really just need to stay in like the course of like time because they can be a team that be like, wow, where did they come from? But this is gonna be a close one, but I think we can pull this one out. So that's actually, hold on. That's about one, two, three, four. Actually, nah, L. That's five straight W's. Yeah, yeah. We gonna probably be sitting people out. We gonna bow this time. Somebody gonna be hurt. Um, yeah. So probably a L for like this game. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, definitely an L because our next game. Oh man, these motherfuckers here, bro. These fucking Denver Nuggets, boy. Outside of Boston, probably my least favorite team in the league right now. Because the motherfuckers been whipping our ass like lately. And the fact that KCP said, pretty much they was like giving us like a series, but yet and still they somehow walked into like the W. It just says how much of a lopsided disparity of these two teams it has been. Because no way I'm giving you the game, but somehow I'm still walking into the game, and like taking it. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, they have Trey Alexander, Christian Brown, Luco, Kinkar, Eric Gordon, PJ Hall, Justin Holiday, um, DeAndre Jordan, Deron Holmes II, Jokic, of course. Spencer Jones, Braxton Kelly, Jamal Murray, Zeke, Najee, Jalen Pickett, Michael Porter Jr., the Rocco Sarge, Julian Strawler, Hunter Tyson, Peyton Watson, and Russell Westbrook. Um, hey, I think we might have a chance because that bench is crazy bad. That bench is crazy bad. Like you really like Chris Brown or Browner, Christian Browner. He's gonna have to really carry a serious load, pause, um, to keep them afloat. Like Jokic gonna have to play majority of the game because they don't have no backup big. Like not even remotely. You can't really throw nobody in to. If you throw in a 36-year-old DeAndre Jordan, he's gonna get cooked. Um, he stabilized the defense somewhat for Jokic, but nah, we gonna put his ass in the action. We gonna draw him away from the rim. We gonna cook him. We gonna make him move his feet definitely. But Darko Sargent actually I think might come in for like Jokic, and that's gonna be very intriguing because them motherfuckers. If you going from Jokic to Daro Sargent, and a lot of people not familiar with bro game. If you familiar with Buddy on the Rockets, Shangoon, he's they're all three of them kind of play like the same, but of course Jokic is like the man in these streets. So is this the fact being like if you're kind of going from Jokic to Sargent, you're not really losing no. Well, of course it's a drop off, but you still got the same kind of prototype as far as I want to get the ball to you and I'm gonna initiate offense from like the post, or you can do the dribble and handoff, or you can bring the ball up and look for the backdoor cutters, or look for when it's a curl screen hitting the curler off of the screen. It's a lot of actions you can run with that being your backup big. But I think we can take them this time around. I will hope so. This is probably the most vulnerable and weakest the Nuggets have looked in probably about 3 or 4 years. So um I would not this as a dub against the Denver Nuggets. Of course, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk. But this is probably the weakest team that the Nuggets have had in some years. But we also got to motherfucking Michael Porter Jr. that really nobody on our team is fucking checking. He goes ballistic every time he plays us. It's like he loved being in LA, and this is a home game. So um, as long as Michael Porter Jr. don't show up, I guess we should we should be able to take them. But I would, as of right now, I would say this should be a dub for us. Moving along to some more group play against the Suns. I think they'll finally pick up one against us. So that's an L. Spurs W. I'm not even gonna entertain that shit. And again, unless we're injured, but by like this time, hopefully there's not too many injuries or not too many people resting. But yeah, still would knock that as a W. And then the Thunder probably gonna chalk this up as a L, but let's dive deep into their roster real quick. Hopefully they don't got too many players that are from Scandinavia or from the motherland. And I can pronounce their fucking name because that shit is crazy. Okay. Bismack Biombo, AC, Alex Caruso, Laker legend, former Laker champion too. OC me, oh yeah, OC me dang. Ludort, Alex Dukas. Folks' name is Dukas. Hell no. Adam Flager, SGA, Isaiah Collinstein, Gordon, he just retired. So yeah, not gonna include him. Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Joe, Keontae Johnson, Dylan Jones, Isaiah, yeah, yeah, Isaiah Mitchell, Oliver Sarr, Nikola Toppin. I don't think he's playing this season. Carson Wallace, Lindy Waters the third, Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams again. Okay, the brown skin, Jalen Williams, light skin, Jalen Williams, pause, and then Kinchy Williams. I think this may be like on paper, I feel like we match up pretty well against this Thunder team. They're they're still they're literally just a piece away, but they got the wings on lock. You got Caruso and you got Dort and you got SGA and you got Chet having the paint on lock. But you got Colin Stein too now. It's a formidable ass team, and you still got J Dub. Yeah, and then yeah, this is a formidable team. This is another team that I can see coming out the West this season. The Thunder, the Thunder are a very great team. Really, their only flaw is experience. That's pretty much it because they got the chemistry, they got the reps. It's just deeper playoff experience. But I think SGA going between Ant-Man, SGA, and probably a sleeper. As long as he's healthy and he's staying out of trouble, Ja, those are like my three picks, my very early predictions for MVP this season. I don't think Ja gonna win enough games to qualify, but SGA and Ant should be the top two front runners for most valuable player. But I think SGA is gonna take it. But feel like SGA gonna be on a mission this whole season. His team, his um home team in Canada didn't do well in the Olympics. He got snubbed. I definitely feel like he should have got MVP, but I get why they gave it to Jokic. Feel like SGA should have gotten MVP though, definitely. So dub for the Thunder here, but then we got a December 1st matchup with the Jazz. And this is a away game. The and then we got a back-to-back against Denver. I mean, not Denver. The T Wolves. I think T Wolves gonna catch us lacking on that back-to-back, and then we slide down to South Beach, Miami. I'm going to Miami. Hey, that album from like that song was from a crazy ass motherfucking album title. Will Smith was wild. And nigga named his album Big Willie Style. Boy, if you don't hit, what? That's crazy, bro. But that's neither here nor there. But checking out the Miami Heat roster, they got Bam Adebayo, Thomas Bryant, Alex Burke, Jimmy Butler, um, Josh Christopher, Tyler Hero, Haywood Highsmith, um, Juan Vasquez Jr., um, Keyshawn Johnson, Nikola Jovic, Pella Larson. Hey Love still playing is crazy. Patty Mills still playing is crazy. Zion Pullen, Josh Richardson, Duncan Robinson, Terry Rozier, Drew Smith, Cole Swinder, shout out former Laker, Kelly Ware, and Adonis Williams. Um, this should be a dub. They don't have no size. Pause. Um, Thomas Bryant is not gonna be enough to hold AD contingency on if he's playing. Um, and they really don't have a very good roster. They have definitely some shooting. Um, but they don't like it's this is typically not no Miami roster, to be honest. They don't outside of Butler, they don't really have no gritty players. Well, they got Terry Rozier, but he can only do so much for you. And he kind of been hurt and not really engaged in in like his craft lately because he coming from fucking Charlotte where that was just abysmal. So yeah, I definitely feel like we should take this game, barring us not having a motherfucking letdown and not being so infatuated by being in Miami or somebody shitting like the bed. This should be a W for us. Lakers have a very good schedule in my opinion. Yes, it's some tough games, but when you really look at these rosters and look at what could take place, it's not as bad as people are making it out. A lot of people on like Bleacher and I have not watched Lakers Nation's next channel. I'm gonna probably watch that after I'm finished making this video. But moving on to the Atlanta Hawks though. That's our next game on December 6th. Um, just take the old records off the shelf. All right, the Atlanta Hawks. We have Dominic Barlow, Boban Bogdanovic, Kobe Boothkin. Both names are Boothkin. Clint Capella, Dyson Daniels, Nikola Dustic, Mohammed Jue. I feel like he was on the um Jazz roster, but okay. He's playing for two teams, or is this, you know, they come from the same family tree? I don't know. DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, Vit Kujuchi. The fuck, bro? Self Lundy, Grayson Matthews, Wesley Matthews, Larry Nash Jr. Oh, there's Larry. Um, Oniki Nadri, um, Zachary Shooter, David Rowdy, Keaton Wallace, Dylan Winder, Trey Young, and Cody Zeller. Oh yeah, duh. This team is very young. Um, yeah, they're definitely taken. They're definitely taken. Um, this team is very young. Don't really have no identities. They just kind of throwing some players out there saying, "Hey, make make us proud." Yeah, no, it's not really that good of a team, but um, you know, these are the type of games where Lakers going to a big city and kind of take their foot off the gas, and we kind of getting um you know into December, and around that time players tend to either get into slumps or be hurt or something of that nature. But barring, if in a perfect world, if everybody's staying like the course, nothing crazy happening, we should walk into Atlanta and trample them. Like, it should be no question about this matchup. We should whoop their ass. Period. And then going back to the crib um against Portland. Then we got a 11 day gap. I think that might be for the contingency on if we are in the cup play still. I think that's why they got that gap. Let me find Portland. Um, yeah, Portland is another team, and I'm pretty sure that like you noticing, it's a lot of young players, a lot of unknown players, a lot of foreign players in like the league now. So I feel like the biggest things that is going to help the Lakers throughout this season is the fact that they have a year under like their belt. I know a lot of Lakers fans out there, oh, make a trade for this player, and why are we running it back? Just like the world's changing, so is the league's changing. It's better to have chemistry and just kind of just sharpen the edges and kind of readjust people's roles so that they can, can like compete. Because one thing, and I give credit when credit's due. One thing about Boston, they won and then they freed up everybody. They made sure that they paid everybody whatever they was asking for, and then they not only did that, but they kept the core together. Tatum's still there. Drew Holiday's still there. Jaylen Brown there still. Like so they kept the core together. So, but moving on to the Portland Trailblazers matchup. Again, who's who? Dean Vija, DeAndre Ayton, Delano Brayton, Tuna Mini Camera, Donovan Klinga, Jamie Grant, um, Ashton Hagens, Scoot Henderson, Justin Mania, Taj Moore, Chris Murray, Dupe Reef, Ryan Rupton, Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons, Matisse Thabel, Jabari Walker, Robert Williams III. Yeah, Dub. Again, it's a lot of youth. So it's a lot of youth. It's a lot of unproven players in the league right now. Again, barring injuries or barring somebody shitting the bed, another W. We should trample this team. There is nobody that can match up with nobody, in my opinion, on our roster. This team is just really is, and you're going to see with like Portland, um, Charlotte, my hometown Bulls. You saw with I said the Pistons, Brooklyn. You're going to see a lot of teams. It's just a mashup. It's just they ain't even thinking about competing. They just kind of just rolling the ball out and saying, "Hey guys, play." It's like a lot of these rosters are like pickup, professional pickup games. For like certain teams, but moving on to our next game, we got a back-to-back with the Kings. Um, we should split these games. Hopefully, they're both away games, so we should split one of these two games, and then moving on to the Pistons. I looked at their roster already. That should be a dub, and that's a perfect game to have right before our matchup against Golden State on Christmas. Let's look at Golden State roster. They lost Clay, added Buddy Hield. What an upgrade! All right, so they added Cal Anderson, Reese Beekman, Stephen Curry, Yusum Garuba, Draymond Green, Buddy Hield, Trayson Jackson Davis, Jonathan Kaminga, Looney, DeAnthony Milton, Moses Moody, Gary Payton, second, Daquan Polden, Brandon Poskamiski, Quentin Post, Lester, um, Quentin Knowles, um, Jerome Robinson, Jude Santos, Pat Spencer, and Wiggins. how the mighty have fallen, man. Um, man, yeah, this team not gonna make playoffs. This team is sorry. Yeah, I feel for Steph, man, because that man was sensational. In the last two games of the Olympics. Shout out Steph, man. But yeah, we're gonna whoop that ass on Christmas, Brady. Um, unless Draymond throwing some elbows, and Buddy Hield just scorching hot balls from like three. I don't see, and like really they don't really match up. Like, okay, yeah, you got Tracy Jackson Davis that a good rim runner, a good roll man, but he's a sub. It's his second year. He's a subpar rim protector. You got Kaminga, which his game remind me of Amari Stoudemire. I really think he should be starting. So you should have Curry, Buddy Hield. I didn't throw Kaminga at the three. Um, Draymond, and then Looney. So yeah, your bench is fucking abysmal, abysmal. So yeah, the definitely. Then play the Kings a lot. I'm noticing we played them about 5 or 6 times before the year end type shit. Um um we at home. This should be a W. To end the year. Um to Tuesday matchup against Cavs. That should be a W. Portland W. Um, Atlanta W. And now a team, my sleeper team, match up against them on the 5th of January. I think this might be a L. I think this might be a L. This is my sleeper team. This is the team I picked the Thunder last season to for my sleeper team. I think the Rockets are going to have a very good season this season. Um, yeah, they got Steven Adams, Dylan Brooks, bitch ass, Reggie Bullock, Nafade Dante, um, Terry Issa, Isan, Jalen Green, Jeff Green, AJ Griffin, Nate Hilton, Aaron Holiday, Jock Lindell, Boban, Matlatovich, Jeremy Samuels, Sengun, Reed, Shepard, Jabari Smith, Jay Tate, Amin Thompson, Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore, and Nate Williams. Yeah, this is kind of like the magic of like the West. Probably like another piece away from really being um a real contender. I definitely feel like they're gonna make the playoffs. They should probably be barring injuries. Now, if they're injured, yeah, their stock is gonna drop. But I think they won about their last 15. They won like 11 out of 12, or like 11 or 12 out of their last 15, or something crazy like that. They was on a heater. They was trying to make the playoffs or make the play in, but they fell short. But this is gonna be a team that everybody in the league should be watching out for, because they figure out something. And teams that figure out something at any point of the season, it's a dangerous team, because now we figure out how to get dubs. Now we figure out what to go to in late game situations. Now we figure out who's the man in late game situation, who's the defender, who's the like they figured out something. So you have to be on the lookout. I think we might drop this one. So LW for the Rockets. And now going to Dallas to match up with Klay Thompson, Luca, and Kyrie in Dallas. I think this might be another L. For some reason, we don't really play that well against Dallas. Like we can, but sometimes, like most times, they they kind of get the best of us. Okay, so they roster Melvin, Jenka, Greg Brown is the third, another motherland name, Maji, Deja Buick, Spencer Dinwiddie, shout out Spence, um, Luca, Kessler Edwards, Dante Exum, Alex Fudge. Oh wow, did not know. I thought he was on the South Bay Lakers, but that's good for Fudge, man. He's a great player. Daniel Gafford, Jason Wortman, Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy, Kyrie, Max Keebler, AJ Lawson, Derek Lively, Naj Marshall, Emmanuel Miller, Markieff Morris, Dwight Powell, Oliver Prosper, Jamarion Sharp, Clay, PJ Watson, Brandon Williams. Um, this team finished second out of 30 teams. Lost in the finals. I definitely don't think they're going back this season. But nobody picked them to go last season, so you never know. This is a very intriguing roster, but one thing that they do have is continuity. And like I said, in this era, if you don't have a generational talent or chemistry, you're just not competing at all, like not even remotely. So definitely look forward to seeing this matchup, but I think Dallas is going to take this one. Um, Moving on to Charlotte, one of those teams is kind of just rolling with the punches. Um, I, like I can name without even looking at the roster. I think Brandon Miller, and Mello, and then JT Thor. That's it. That's the only three players. Oh yeah, Bridges. Okay, we got um Amari Bailey, LaMelo, Miles Bridges, I forgot Seth Curry was playing for them. Moza Diabate, Taj Gibson. I think Taj is somewhere else. I want to say, but the Avante Graham, Josh Green, Trey Mann, Cody Martin, man, the seated mimic Brandon Miller, Nick Richardson, Tejan Solon, KJ Simpson, Nick Smith Jr., JC Thornton, Grant Williams, Mark Williams. Yeah, this is one of those is all right, guys, let's figure out something. So yeah, I'm not even if we missing about 4 or 5 players, there should still be a dub. Like dead ass, like this team is not good at all. It's a lot of youth on this team. So yeah, matchup against Spurs. Back to back game. I think we should split one of those games against the Spurs. I'm pretty sure Wemby gonna probably have a regame on one of these two games. Because yeah, it's just I just kind of feel like um a lot of star players and a few role players really thrive playing under those lights. At home against Miami, we should take that one. And then against Brooklyn, first time meeting Brooklyn on a Friday night at the Crypto. Um, Look at their roster. This is another team that kind of got this. We just rolling the ball out and saying, "All right, guys, play ball." Um, Bojan Matovich, Nick Claxton, Noah Plowman, um, Dorian Finney-Smith, Shake Milton, Jalen Martin, Keon Johnson, Cam Johnson, Jacob Giddeyard, Jalen Martin, um, Deron Sharp, fucking Ben Simmons is still in the league. Goodness gracious. Dennis Smith Jr., Cam Thompson, shout out Lonnie Walker, um, Traden Waltford, um, Derek Whitehead, Zaire Williams, Jalen Wilson, Dub. Unless the only way, because they don't have Miles Bridges, the only way that they can perhaps get a dub, Cam Thompson gotta go for 60. He gotta go for 60. Like, cause bruh, this team right here is atrocious. They ass might be the worst team in the league next season. They don't really have nothing going. Like, you can't point out their best player. You can't. It's a lot. It's literally a team full of just literally role players. It's not even like, okay, we're gonna build around this player. This is nothing but role players. Like, oh, I forgot to say Dennis. Shout out Dennis. Dennis Schroeder. Like, to say Dennis Schroeder is probably your best player is buck wild. Like, that's buck wild, bro. Like, because he's definitely the ultimate role player. So yeah, this team probably might be the worst team next season because they don't have nothing going. So outside of somebody going for a, a record breaking night, um yeah, we should definitely see a dub here. First time matching up against the Clippers, and we are actually going to be away for real. Not not just with new flooring down. We're actually going to probably go to the best arena in the league. No cap, Clippers got incredible arena. Spared no expense. Like their arena is very 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 nice. Um, but let's see their roster. They got they got my nigga Mo Bamba, Nick Batum, Kobe Brown, Cam Christie, Max Christie Brody, um, Mir Coffee, Chris Dunn, that nigga James Harden, Bones Highland, um, Kaya Jones, Kaya Jones, um, Derrick Jones Jr., Kawhi, Terrence Mann, Jordan Miller, Kevin Porter Jr., Norman Powell, PJ Tucker, and Zubac. Um, this is one of those things where, like, if like this team was together for like 2 or 3 years, they would be I. But this team right now is not even a playoff team because you can't really depend on Kawhi Leonard. You damn sure can't depend on Harden. Um, Neither one of them can like show up when it's needed. But you do got some guard play. You do got you still got Norm Powell. You got Kevin Porter. Um, Going to be a very high scoring ass game because you got motherfuckers who can ball. You got Chris Dunn, Harden, Bones, Kevin Porter, Norman Powell. You got some hoopers out there, but they're for the most part all guard. Yeah, they're all guards. So um, I'm looking for AD to have a 30-20 type game this game. And nobody's checking Brian. There's even like if Kawhi's playing, yeah. But if Kawhi's not playing, yeah, nobody remotely checking Brian. So I got the Lakers taking this one by at least 10 to 15 points. Contingency only if everybody's healthy. And then we travel back to the crib to face the Wizards. Another team that's really rolling the ball out and just saying, "Hey, just figure it out." Um, and that's not good. That's not good, but that's good for us because we get to whip their feet for their mistakes. Um, Marvin Bagley is the third, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Julius Bernard, Sadiq Bey, Malcolm Brogdon, Jared Butler, Bub Creatine, Justin Champing, um, Bila. Yeah, he got a motherland name. Bila Cola Bly, Johnny Davis, Keyshawn George, Anthony Gill, um, Raquan Holmes, Corey Christine, Kyle Kuzma, Eugene Mora, Jordan Poole, Alex Shar, Valachunas, Tristan Vucic, Vucevic. Yeah, like I said, another team that's kind of really rolling the ball out and saying, figure it out. I guess they're building around Star. Um, the fact that they got Brogdon, that's kind of like a good stabilizer, but that's not gonna be enough. Um, this team's definitely not gonna make the playoffs. Should be a low key competitive game, but Lakers should win this game. We shouldn't, especially being at the crib, we shouldn't lose this game with our next opponent coming in town. Um, the defending champion Boston Celtics, the team that I at least wanted to win the motherfucking title each and every year. You hate to see it. You do. You hate to see it. And they're probably favorites to repeat. I really hope that they don't. But you kind of know the suspects for this Boston roster. Um, Not even sure who the fuck this dude is. O'Shea, Breeze it, Jalen Brown, JD Davis, Sam Hoosier, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Luke Cornett, Drew Peterson, KP, Peyton Pritchard, um, Nazmi, Kutin, Baylor, Schumann, Jaden Springer, JT, Xavier Tillman, Jordan Wash, Aiton Watson, Derek White. The defending champions for a reason. Definitely going to be a tough matchup. I really hope that we can take this matchup, but this is a very tough matchup. Um, Boston might walk in and get the W. If we're fully healthy, it's still going to be a tough matchup. But we did beat them in Boston without AD and Brown last season. So, um, what is it, the 23rd? I got Lakers. Fuck it. Lakers with the upset. Fuck it. So what? That's about four straight, and then we match up again with Golden State. Golden State might catch catch us slipping. I think maybe Buddy Hield and Curry might combine to hit about 23s type shit. W against the Hornets, against Philly at Philly. We might drop that one. The Wizards, that's a W, and then going against the new look New York Knicks. Now, this is a team that um is going to be very competitive out east. They should definitely make it to at least the conference finals. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. As long as they healthy, I don't see a reason why they they shouldn't give Boston a run for like their money. This is a very good team. Whose name is Precious Achua, OG Ananobi, Keaton Bates Depot, Bridges, Jalen Bronson, Packham Diayet, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Ariel who Caporto, Daquan Jefferson, Tyler Kuuke, Miles McBridge, Kevin Seller Jr., Cam Payton, Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson, Jericho Sims, Jacoby Toppin, um, and Danae Washington Jr. Their bench is a little bit questionable, but they got chemistry. They got chemistry, and they somewhat like, if you look at their team on like paper, they're somewhat like the Thunder. They got solid guard play, they got chemistry. But Randall is going to be the real X factor. Randall and um yeah, because Randall and Mitchell going to have to stay healthy. They gonna really have to play a huge part, because they don't really have no dependable big. You know, they got Jericho Sims and yeah, and Ariel Futeporth, but I don't feel like they're ready for that type of run. But who knows, you know? But I can definitely see them going to the conference finals. They may not have enough for Boston, but we shall see. But I think we might drop this one in New York though, and then we go home to face the Clippers. We might drop that one too. Yeah, I got Clippers taking that one. Um, Golden State, I think we waxed them, and then the Indiana Pacers. Bay Ross. I think this might them and the Bulls last two teams that we have not discussed yet. And I really hope that I can go to this game March 26th in Indy. That'd be dope. Okay. Um, Ken Kendall Brown, um, Eureka Freeman, Johnny Furpy. Folks' name is Furpy. The Johnny Furpy, Tyrese Caliburn, Isaiah Jackson, Quentin Jackson, James Johnson, um, Benedict yeah, I don't know how to pronounce bro name. His last name, Matnern, TJ McCollin, Doug McDermott, Andrew Nimbaham, um, Aaron Naismith, Tristan Newton, Ben Shepherd, Pascal, Opie Toppin, Miles Turner, Jason Walker, James Wiseman, Isaiah Wong. Very solid team. Team got the swept by Boston second round. No, second round. Yeah. Um, no, what is that second round? No, that was conference finals. Um, I feel like they're a piece. They're about another. Oh man, they're like Bruce Brown, Bones Holland away from really making some noise. They should definitely stay together. They shouldn't blow up this team. This team is on like the come up. They have pretty much everything you need. Probably need another center, but all in all, how they're constructed, they should be a powerhouse in probably 3 years. They should be making runs for like chips for real, like going to like conference finals or finals. Um, as long as they keep things together. Um, I gotta take in this game though. Gotta take in this game against the Pacers, against Jazz W, back to back against the Jazz W, Portland W, Denver probably an L, um, Dallas W, Wolves L, Clippers W, back to back games against the Clippers. Um, we gonna split um one of these games. W against the Pelicans, L against the Knicks, L probably against Boston, W against Brooklyn, all the Bucks. We have not looked at the Bucks roster, so it's the Bucks and the Bulls left, I believe. All right. Started at the top. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Nassus Antetokounmpo, um, Margin Beauchamp, Pat Bev not there no more. Pat Cunningham, Jay Crowder, Gallinari, AJ Green, Under Jackson Jr., AJ Jackson, Dame, Chris Livingston, Brooke Lopez, Chris Middleton, uh, Jesus Pichenix, Bobby Portis, TP, shout out TP, Ryan Rollins, Tyler Smith, Gary Trent Jr., um, Dylan Wright, Dylan Wright. Um, it's a very solid team. Wish they had a better coach though. Yeah, because Doc is gonna run their ass out of contention. This team, um, if healthy and if had a better coach in place, um, should be giving Boston a run for their money. This team is very balanced, but it's just like they're gonna probably not play good when it matters like the most. Like on paper, this is a very good ass team. Like anytime you have a Dame Giannis pick and roll or pick and pop or 2 man game, and then you got shooters like TP, Torian Prince, and Portis, you should be competing. And you got Brooke Lopez, got Crowder, you got a very balanced team. You should be competing for like titles. And they have not went to the finals since 2021. So definitely gonna be a big season for Giannis. I'm not sure if his contract, but let them not make the playoffs. Well, no, they should make the playoffs. Let them exit first round type shit is not gonna be good. Is he might get unsettled, and if they don't at least make it to the conference finals, I feel like Dame even might even look for like a trade again, so that's gonna be very intriguing. So I got the Lakers taking this game. That's gonna be on TNT. It's gonna be a big game. I feel like Bron and AD gonna bring like the game. So I got us winning that game. Denver, we had Denver. That's a L. Phoenix, we should pick up that one. We at home. Bucks might come in and smack us. Um, Denver might come in and smack us too. So yeah, I got the Bucks. That's a back to back too. Yeah, yeah. Now this is probably the toughest stretch of the season from March 13th through March 19th. So that's six game stretch, or that 6 day slash wait, that's one, two, three, four, five. That 5 game stretch is going to be very, very intriguing. Um, but then we go against the hometown Bulls. Um, Look at their roster real quick. All right, so we got Alonzo Ball. Hopefully he's back and he's playing for them. Uh, bro, I have never seen so many foreign players, bro. Uh, Nubup, Beatsman, Matej Buu Buu Bujelis, Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, Ayo, um, Henry Dur Henry Durrell, Chris, um, Du Rote, Josh Giddey, Javante Green, Zach Levine, Julian Phillips, Adam Shagun, Jalen Smith, Dalen Terry, Nikola Vucevic, Kobe White, and P. Williams. The Another team just kind of just rolling out. We really don't know who's their best player because Zach that they may shut down Zach for like the whole year or until like he's traded. So they don't really have no identity there. So that should be a dub. The Magic might pick up a dub against us. The Pacers might pick up a dub. And this is the game I want to attend. So to be honest, I really hope that we win that game. But um, at this point, you should be seeing a lot of like AD and Brian resting. You may have about like 3 or 4 players probably sitting out around this time because this is around playoff time. Um, so Pacers game. I hope that they win and it's gonna be on ESPN. Hopefully I can go down there to that game. But if not, just being at a live sporting event will be lit. So Pacers I'm definitely be rooting for the Lakers, but Pacers might win that game in Indy. And the rack Bulls on the 27th, the Bulls should lose that game. Lakers should dominate them. Memphis, we should whoop Memphis. Rockets should take the 31st matchup because we gonna be on a 2 to 3 game win streak. We're probably gonna drop that game against the Rockets. And then our last few games, um, at home at Golden State, we should win that one. The Pelicans, that's a back to back. Probably might drop that one against the Pelicans. And then we got back to back games against the Thunder. We're gonna probably lose both of those games. um, and then against Dallas, we should pick up that game. And then against the Rockets, we should win that game and then close the season out against Portland. Whew. If you made it to the end of this video, hey, I appreciate it. Cause man, I already stuttered, but Joe, announcing these niggas' names was crazy work, bruh. For real. But that's all I got for you guys. I really hope that the Lakers have a fantastic season, that we make it through um happy and healthy. And I truly hope that we are able to at least make it to the conference finals this season. We got a very hold on. Okay. hopefully we make it to at least the Western Conference Finals because of the at least. And I'm gonna say this, on my opening night video as well. But I definitely do feel like this is gonna be one of those years where is one of the make or break years for like the Lakers. Let us make the play in and not make the playoffs, or let us make the play in and like barely make the playoffs and lose first round again. Rob is probably gone. Well, not probably, he is gone. Um, it should be anarchy if we don't at least make it to the conference finals. To be honest, it's really title or bust. Like it's always been that. But this season, I feel like the expectation with how the whole coaching debacle went and us finally settling on Reddick and just adding Bronny to the team, all of that circus and all of that is going to follow us the whole season. But it's really title or bust this season, and that's not no given. That's not no given because it's a lot of competitive teams. It's probably about a good three or four competitive teams that we really gonna have to see down like the line. But as far as this, like you saw, it's a lot of young teams. So it's a lot of inexperienced teams or teams that been together but have not really put it all together. So I feel like right now, as constructed, we're probably about the fourth or fifth best team in the league. Probably ahead of us is probably Boston, the Wolves, the Thunder, and probably Philly or like the Knicks. I'll probably put Philly in front of us right now, but we shall see what this season holds. But again, if you made it this far, because I know that was brutal. That was a brutal listen with all the stuttering and mispronouncing the people's names. But I bring you content regardless of my disfluency of my verbal disfluency. I still bring you this content, and I still bring you the content that I and enjoy creating. So until next time, this is DJ Sky 2 signing off. Peace.